So, to recap, I'm now being a Slayer. I named him after my Ironbreaker dwarf. The headcanon is my Ironbreaker dwarf failed somewhere, and he took the Slayer oath. My goal is to play the game in a way that I don't naturally play. I'm somewhat of a risk averse kind of person when it comes to, especially when it comes to Bannerlord, because of, once you lose an army, you got to go around and you got to build it back up. So I tend to wait till victory is a sure thing. Oh my god, this is starting me all the way at the end or the beginning. Fuck me. I really hope they figure out some of them. I understand that it's a big mod and it crashes, but sometimes it's just at the really bad times. So all that time, that last 20 minutes just went down the drain. Like, why didn't... I'm pretty sure my autosave is supposed to be quicker than that. What's going on? Alright.
Yours is not a face.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Alright. So I'm going to try and break my habits of being averse to risk and being cautious and waiting to fight. And I'm going to try and go, Dawi Slayer, and just run at them and attack and kill them. Even if I die. Even if it's like 10 against 100, I'm going to try and break the need to avoid them. Maybe I'll do it when I have like important loot kind of thing to at least sell it. I wish they had better storage in the game. Like, I wish you could buy storage at at places you don't own, but you can't. I mean, you can do it by a shop, but that can only store certain types of things. So, and anyways, in here, I decided I needed 2 in medicine because that would get me up to 75. Right? Is that right? 2 attributes and 2 in medicine because that'll get me up to actually 98. But what I want is this one. And then, obviously, a little bit of into faith eventually, and then we're going all the way up the Grimnar, Axe of Grimnar route to start with. And then I'm going to get some throwing axes so I can partially do throwing. If I get 5 points, even without adding an attribute to my control, I still get up to 200 with throwing. And like I said, throwing's not going to be my... At least it's not... Well, hold on. Let me... Let me look at what the perks are. Does any of them specifically talk about... Now, does throwing count? Throwing must count as ranged. So it wouldn't, so melee damage, so it wouldn't really work as a primary melee axe throwing dwarf, which sounds like it would be fun, but fun for a little bit anyways. Okay, so I got the medicine, and then I wanted to, because I had that, I wanted to put one into faith. And then I'm going to hit F5. I'm going to get 15 two-handers, and then I'm going to go into medicine, and that one was going to be more damage with axes and maces, because obviously we're going to be two-handed axe, because of course we are. Slayer. I'd only do one-handed as if you could dual wield. So quietly wait for something to happen. While my Dawi Slayer trains. Or no, he's drinking. Alright, medicine, 5 hit points. But I think I might need to put endurance higher than vigor. Especially if I keep myself under that 9 weight for all the bonuses. All right, now where did I put that into endurance, and then I do. What did I do? I'm checking to see if there's any personal stuff early on. The renowned stuff might work, and the influence would be pretty good. But you might as well, you know what? Let's put one into throwing, since I was going to do that. And let's buy a throwing weapon while I'm in the keep. There we go. So, intersettlement. I wish to make a purchase. Oh, I forgot. I got to deal with oath gold stuff again too. That's the kind of annoying thing with dwarves is 200x. 2,000. Nope, I can't afford it yet. What else was I going to look at? All right, throwing. Is there throwing axes? Again, way too expensive right now. But we'll grab some of them just in case. And I need to keep myself at 9 armor, which I was hoping to get some of the Slayer armor. I can't because that's a lot. I wish this would show the weight off the side too. That'd be nice. This doesn't seem very. Oh, that is the Slayer stuff. I want to keep that. I'll go with some of the heavier stuff in like a cape or something. They're too expensive right now. So we need to get up to 75 in medicine, and then I'll stop, because I probably won't see a lot of medicine gain afterwards, because I will eventually, if I start running up a party, which I plan to try and just run a small party of mostly Slayers, just to be able to, at least up until I get to the bigger, higher tiers. Then I might start moving into larger armies and stuff like that. Like I want to do kind of like a smaller army or not even a smaller group that will follow around and jump in and help. Even against insurmountable odds will be the Slayer. The roaming Slayers looking for death. Yeah, take this. We're just wrecking your stuff. Who names their place Rib Peak? Oh, orcs do. Let's go over there. We get. couldn't we choose a better place to... He looks cool. My goal is to look that cool. Yawning. I still got the retinues mod enabled, but let's make sure. Hold on. Let's make sure. Yeah, okay. See, this is nice, so they don't automatically join, so I can completely ignore retinues, which I probably will. Hey, and maybe I'll make a bunch of axe throwers. That's a possibility. But I definitely keep the mod because you can change. Well, you can change your name, but you can change the name and the appearance somewhat of companions and even just other lords and stuff. But I like the part where you can change the names the most. We're coming to get you. Slay Queen. What? I don't like the way my music's kind of... Okay. I don't know what the Slayer call is. Freedom. Oh wait. Death. What is their battle cry? Banzai. No, it's... Come on. God, I can't see crap. Oh man, I'm way behind. Oh, I guess I gotta use my one-handed axe. Hey, you guys go die real fast so I can pick up your axe. Can you do that for me? Would you do that for me? They're slayers, of course they'd be like, yeah, sure. Not a problem. Yes, my lord. I chose to be an even shorter than average dwarf. Fucking goblin. Disgusting. Kill it. 200x. 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 Why are we letting them shoot us? We should be like... Oh, is this one? Oh, yes. 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 Get out of my way, everyone else. I will kill the most before I die. Moches, will you quit being a little crybaby? Come at me, dork. No. Yeah. Run in. Run in fast. Run in. I forgot about my ability because it took so long to charge. Or not. Well, it took a minute to charge, but... I'm keeping the axe. It's mine now. He died and gave it to me. I wish you could just keep the things you picked up. It just makes sense. Like, just have it appear in the loot pool. Of course, you, as a hireling, you won't get the loot pool. Which is why are you over there? Quit being a snot. Of course, the downside is I gotta wait. Healing rate while stationary, healing rate while moving, and 10 hit points. Okay. No, just chill. Chill. Speaking of, I better save. I got into a habit of not saving because things were going well, and autosave was doing it well enough. But actually, beyond that, let's create a permanent save so I don't lose it. Dawi Slayer. No. Dawi Slayer. Done. I've lost complete games before because I forget that it doesn't initially save. It just initially everything it saves is as an autosave, and so if you don't create a save, then when you move on to the next, like you change something. Ooh. Now, the disappointing thing about this is it loses me lots and lots of money. And not to mention, you don't gain skill when you're injured. So, and I really want to get my medicine up. Although I suppose I could just get some troops and stand in the cursed areas on the map. Just go in and out of them until I get to right. We don't have any range, do we? Oh, I'm the range. I'm the ranged unit. One thing I hate about orcs is it seems like they can parry when I'm on a mount, they can parry every single thing, but I have issues parrying anything at all. Like, they don't even have to try. They just hold the axe up and parry everything. Get off your mounts, you cowards. Come on, fight me. Fight me. Fight me. Yeah, I won. I'm a slayer. When you die, you win. That's how it works. Shush. At least the Dawi do a lot better than the Empire does. The Empire would have lost, like, with half of that, the orcs still left. Granted, there's an issue since the Dawi have a population disadvantage and orcs have a population advantage. Even fights should generally be won by the Dawi because, you know, you adjust for the population advantage if you want to try and keep things kind of balanced. If you don't, then it doesn't matter and whatever, but then it doesn't make sense why you put those differences in there, other than just flavor without any. But even the flavor in Warhammer is usually baked into the balance. So, you know, there's not as many dwarves. They're kind of, but they're very powerful, and so, you know, an even amount of dwarves will win against a higher amount of orcs because that's the offset, if you will. I'll do it there. All right. So now my doom seeking also scales with faith. There's the king. Oh, what's my cash at? No, I still can't afford. Actually, I take that back, maybe. Because there are some cheap two-handed. I guess I get a two-handed anything as long as it's two-handed. It doesn't have to be an axe to start with. Nope, still can't buy it. In your... Ooh, there we go, the Great Hammer. I can afford that. Should I keep that on me just in case I need it for some reason? Yeah, I might as well. Because the weight of your weapons doesn't... Well, not that it matters. I'm still below where I need to be. Is there anything I can do? Already got the Slayer pants. Full Slayer giant. Ooh, I can't afford that just yet. Leave, and then let's go find. Actually, hold on. Let's wait here to heal up real fast. Oh, there he is. I was going to go join his army. Man, healing is so slow. All right, I only got 79%, but I'm going to join just because it'll get me some skill points. What's this? Shield? Uh-oh. It looks like we're losing. That's what happens when you go into war naked. None of my guys survived, huh? Yep. Didn't think so. I don't think I'll ever win it as a Slayer, honestly. I think gear is gonna. I honestly think gear is probably going to be too much of a issue for a Slayer. Because I don't think the bonuses, unless I just ignore the specific perks and armor myself up, which kind of sucks, honestly. It like you make a. Although I guess I shouldn't say much until I completely try it, but from everything I've seen, from what people have said about it, while it's fun to get up there and be able to basically run around one-shotting everything, you're also definitely a glass cannon. But then again, the skills that you get for being under 9 armor or the bonuses I don't think any of them are. Let's look at them again. So one of it is you gain physical damage after losing 10% physical damage when losing 50 hit points. As we all know, staying alive is more important than upfront damage because you do more damage over time. So that's not a huge thing. There's one that gives you plus 15 physical damage to orcs and greenskins when you're under 9, which, okay, that's significant against greenskins. Let's see, 25% melee damage to mounted and monstrous. Again, not bad. But still, if they charge you and slice you down in a single charge, it doesn't matter if you do 25% more melee damage to them. And then 20% melee damage against chaos. Again, same problem. You do more damage, but if you're getting two-shotted, it doesn't matter. And then, let's see, 25% melee physical resistance. That's the only one that's that could change it around as far as wearing armor. I think were you the guy that I was with? Maybe not. I should remember. I should write their name down. Let's go.
Yours is not a facing.
Offer my sword. Accept me. Accept me, please. Yep. Oh, wait, no. Hail. There we go. I need to get my. See, when I see them all armored up like that, it's like I kind of all of a sudden want to play my. Come at me, bitches! Ah! Oh, I got something. Ow! I'm way out of position. I just know they're going to hit me from the back, right? Too soon, too soon. Ability not charged. Wonderful. Oh, everyone's dead except for the horse riders. I was too busy playing with the horse riders, or not the horse riders, the wolf riders, the goblins. You know, honestly, I think the plus damage thing, part of the ability should be a passive that's always there. Maybe you make it a 0.5% instead of 1% or something, but then just include running and all the other bonuses with the activated ability. Because as a melee, only in defenses that I've ever seen. I mean, granted, I know it'll. No, I think about it. It's probably. I think it would be a better way to do it. Because since you're not going to have any healing and you're going to be in light armor, you're not really going to snowball into invincibility or anything. You'll slowly ramp up and start doing really bad damage, but you'll also die quickly. Well, maybe not quickly, but... Oh! Scouting. That's right, I did nighttime. Your love is like bad medicine. I did that earlier when I was muted as well. All right. 21 more to go. You're in the army now. Let's hit save. Yeah! I gained a whole level. Alright, so we're going to top off the two-handed. We're going to now, which one? That gives me hit points in. That'll be pretty good. Boo, but that 15 is going to be nice. Ooh, all right. Well, we can always move it around. So let's start with a 15 because 15 is more than 10. So I learned in school once. I don't know if it's right. That guy's screwed. Get him, boys. Don't cheap at me. You still got an hour and a half before dinner. Yeah, that's cool. Squawk, squawk, squeak, squawk. Okay, we just... Overall main advantage, yeah, but it's a siege. Ah, I'm not standing near that thing. In fact, I better hide somewhere, because lately the AI has been very target the player happy with siege weapons. And there's 2 siege weapons up. Unfortunately, I think the best bet will be to get close enough that it's going to be hard for them to aim at me. Oh boy. No. No. No, don't shoot me. No. Look, I'm a defenseless dwarf with no ranged. Well, no significant range. I gotta get... Times like these, I miss my Dawi mercenary. Do we have a... We do. Could go over there and write on the... No. No. You're good, good. There he is. Ripped old man. Ripped old man. No! Don't destroy our siege weapons. We need those to break in and steal your stuff and murder you all. Who am I kidding? It's not murder. You're orcs. You're greenskins. You're not people. Okay, let's get out of there. They're targeting me. I'm gonna... No, you know what? It's probably not best to stand by the most important guy in the army. What the hell happened there? That was weird. Hold on. For some reason, it forced my mouse out of... Okay. This is supposed to be on loop. God, YouTube's retarded. I hate how many things do that these days, too. Once they start up or once something changes, they force the mouse out of whatever you're doing. It didn't used to be like that. They used to just quietly start up in the background and then they'd open up and they'd be like, okay, we're back here. Waiting until you need us. Now it's like they demand your attention now. They're like a needy girlfriend without any of the benefits. All right, here we die. Actually, we should have let some of the shield guys go up first, honestly. There you go. Let these guys go up first. I know I'm being I'm mostly being cautious because if Squishy Me goes up there very first, I don't get as many swings in. Why am I stuck on this? Goblin shits. Yeah, that low armor. I can see why people are going to be frustrated with this, because I think I'm just going to have to ignore the armor bonuses and go full armor, because I don't see that being tenable long term. I mean, because even on my priest of Sigmar, I got, you know, like 50 something armor or whatever at the moment, and he gets one shot by orcs. But I kind of expected it, which is why I'm not all that angry, but like, I think if you get some good, like the Priestess of Shala enchant, which you can't get because, but that would be a good one to have for the Dawi, specifically for Berserk. You have a chance on healing on kill. Not a lot, like 2 hit points. That's not going to do a hell of a lot, but that kind of thing, that should be a perk, actually. You know, on kill, have the chance to heal yourself for just a little bit. Although I don't think that one's going to matter much either, because, like I said, you get one shot. Even guys in medium armor get one shot by some of these dudes. Let's look up enchantment. What kind of runes do I want on my weapon? So physical damage and penetration. That's always good. Swing speed and extra physical damage. That's always good as well. Actually, let's speed that up too. And then 500 damage against mounts and large enemies. Maybe I have 2 access. One for trolls and dismounting people, and one for normal fights, and then 25 extra physical damage and cleave trait. See, I think that's gonna actually no, because it already has. Axes already have cleave. It's maces that have. Okay, so maybe this 25 extra swing speed and physical damage. 50% or 500% extra shield damage and 50% extra physical damage. Now that might be what I'd go for. In fact, I can get 2 of them, can I? It's like, ooh. And then, then there's, but this one's a for the one, ignore 95% of the target's armor. And then 50% extra physical damage and 50% extra magic damage. What about for armors and stuff? 5 extra HP, meh. 5 extra magic resistance, 2 extra HP. That's a little bit better. Although magic isn't a huge problem because it either hits you or you don't. And then 4 extra physical resistance. By itself, that's not that interesting, but in addition, like when you add it up to all your slots, that's a pretty good amount. That's what, how many slots do you have? 5 slots? Is that 20, 25? I don't actually. So maybe I will be able to keep it under 9 and still have decent enough armor. I just gotta lean heavy into the enchants, but I mean, yeah, for a player, I can't compare myself to my other classes because they don't quite work the same way as NPCs. So what else? And then there's of course 7% extra physical resistance, which is even better than 4. How many pieces of armor? We get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's an extra 35. So I could, and that's fairly cheap. I just got to fight a lot of goats. And then 3% extra ward save and 4 extra HP. I don't know how ward save scales. Like, it's at 3% base value, 3% of what you have, kind of thing. And what exactly is that look like? Like, how much does that absorb? So, magic resistance. You're a Dawi. You already have innate magical resistance, so that's not a huge. There's the 10% extra physical resistance, so then you could have extra 50% physical resistance. And 6%. I mean, this isn't too bad, but and then let's say 5% ward save, 100% fire damage resistance. So I do have some options. I guess I gotta make sure to grab myself a runesmith and level them up so I can get those enchantments. I'm just sitting out here. 64! Yeah! Woo! Ten more, and then we'll hit athletics a bit. No, we'll hit faith first. I want to be able to get some better armor, a runesmith, and an actual axe, I think, before I leave. I won't worry too much about the skills this time. I believe they tend to get knocked out pretty early a lot too. They might be the new moot. mm, 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 mm. 69. Nice. Oh boy. Oh, who? Oh no, we lost a character already. The stupid undead. Chaos has entered our lands. Oh, I gained a level. That's right. That's right. So where will you go? I have my two-handed maxed out. Well, it's time to max out athletics. There we go. And then that doesn't help me much right now. So we're gonna do this until I get another one, and then I'll move them over and get the swing speed. Mm, 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 mm. Three more, three more, three more, three more, three more, three more. You say that enough, it sounds like someone's name. Three more, three more, three more. We love three more. Three more for class president. Oh, was that 74 or 72 or two or one or a couple more? Two or one more? More, 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 more. Oh, spider cult, no more. Dead, are we? Dead so soon? Sorry, that was weird. That was my villain voice. My crazy villain voice. My goblin voice. We're going to eat your skin. We're goblins. We're stupid as hell. But we love to eat your skin. Yeah. My bird's looking at me like I'm a psychotic. I am a psychotic, but you know. He is very confused. Which is funny because he actually eats my skin. Maybe he's saying, finally you understand. He thinks he's helping train me, is what he thinks he's doing, is when he does that, but he just pulls my skin, pieces of my skin off my hand, and it sucks. So 5 hit points. Yeah, this is it. Right? Yeah, that's the last one. All right. So now move over to Faith. I don't worry about two-handed and athletics because those will level pretty naturally. One-handed. Does this actually give me anything that will apply melee damage to cavalry troops? Or, yeah, by cavalry troops. Oh, wait. There you go, buy in. So that will help. Personal. Double the amount of renown gain Tournaments. Well, maybe I'll get some points in there, but I'm not too worried about the rest. Now it's mostly just staying here, making some money, and then hiring a runesmith. Well, I need a level. I was thinking I could just like leave him at the town. What would be cool is if you could. Oh wait, isn't that how the new relatively new to be? What do you call it? The rogue areas. Isn't that how they work? You leave your companion there. I wonder if I could leave him there. I wonder if it gets him skill points. Because if it does, and he can level while staying there, that might be doable. And I pray to my axe every day. Ori Shatter Shield. I don't know if I want to do the mercenary thing. Yay! Oh, I was caught scratching my ear when this happened. All right. I'm almost thinking of doing the mercenary thing and going like way up into like the elf area, but just because it'll be different because there's no orcs up there. It's going to be like humans and men mostly, and beastmen. Although I get my oath gold from orcs, so I don't know if I want to do that, but it'd just be interesting to have a different kind of, or even into certain parts of Bretonia and stuff. God, I'm so slow. Nope, we still got an hour. Sorry. We don't need to make rice because we already have rice. You just chill. I know you're still living on winter time, aren't you? You don't understand daylight savings time, so you think it's time to eat, even though it's been quite a while and you should have adjusted. You don't adjust. You demand. I might as well. Sometimes I do that and I nail. I don't know how, but sometimes I do. I mean, I guess because I'm a dwarf. And for some reason, we're very good at throwing things. Come here. No, I wanted to kill him. I was hoping I'd be able to use my ability to, run ahead of everyone and actually get some kills in, but I should have known that, of course, it needs a charge too, where I need to get to, high, tier 2 and unlock it. Come here. That's kind of a bug. Oh, it's just a delay in We can do it, my dwarves. My Dawi. I'm sorry, they don't call themselves dwarves, they call themselves Dawi. Come, Dawi. Wolf Raiders, Dawi. They killed Oregon. I saw the second movie. Is it the second movie? And we all thought he was dead. Because we needed more of that in the movie, even though it didn't happen in the books. Those movies are overrated anyway. Especially if you read the books. Can you knock it off? Stop it. I should loan you out to ladies who need their hair plucked. He's sitting on my leg, biting out, pulling out like my leg hair. Little shit. Stop that. And his little feet tickle at the same time, so you go. Oh, come on. I was behind the guy with the shield. Stupid Ward Raider. Come on. I can't wait till I get my beast slaying enchantment and just start killing all your horses. My ability is still not charged. Yeah, here we go. Doom. I do wish there was some sort of visual so I know like when it ends and when and whatnot. I mean, I guess it's a 60 second cooldown, so it'll be over at 40 seconds, but that doesn't... I guess I'll have to figure out what the... Well, you can't. I know one of them, like, on the ability will tell you what scales, but you have other things that also scale in, and they don't tell you what they scale with, so... Either way, it'd be nice to... It'd be nice to have it one way or the other. Like, having a cooldown end a build-up, especially a cooldown that long, seems kind of like double stacking a negative. Like, aside from maybe the cooldown lasting the length of the ability, that's understandable. But if you got to charge it up, then the cooldown should just be the length of the ability. Yes, quit running around. Or flying around. Ooh. That's from the Retinue mod, which I'm currently not planning on using, but I may change my mind. All right, so maxed. What else do I need? Oh yeah, I was gonna put put some into throwing. But faith is what scales right now, so I'll be able to get 2 more in endurance and 2 more in vigor. So, and actually, if I go gunpowder, I get 1 in discipline and then get the free one eventually. No, because I need 200 in that, so I need... Oh wait, didn't I say I could get to 200? I could get, as long as I put all the points into faith, which I think I actually will put a point into faith. So I could get to 200 pretty easily, actually, and that will give me a free attribute point. But what do I want to do right now is... Okay, we're gonna do endurance. And then I said I was gonna do that and that and that. Wog. Oh wait, no, not Wog. I'm sorry, no, don't kill me. I'm not an orc. I've learned about Lord Ragni the Silent. Is that like Tight Lips Malone? I ain't telling. Who shot ya? Ain't snitching. Ragni the Silent, where are the orcs? I ain't saying nothing. But you just did. Oh shit. Can't see you. I'm looking. I have the sun coming in through my windows right now, and it makes it very difficult. It makes it double difficult because you get the effects here that darkens everything, and then I got kind of like the reflection, so I'm having kind of trouble seeing. Are you? No. Oh, I hit something. I swear to God, my ability charge reset. Like it was like partially up and then it went down to nothing. Kazad Karim. No. Take this tree. Take this, you stupid tree. Oh, I got 5 kills. That's not too bad. Slowly I heal. Ooh. Slight disadvantage, but we're still doing it, huh? Alright. I wish I was healed up for this, but... Open field. Those riders are a lot tougher now. They buff the riders, and they may have... I don't know. They're a lot... They hurt a lot more than normal. As far as armies can go. Although the Dawi range actually take them apart pretty easily, which is weird because I've seen other, like the Empire really struggles against orcs. And I know dwarves are rather tough too, but like I said, when I started with the dwarves, and then I did a dwarf where I was hanging out with the Empire, and they ended up going to war with a lot of dwarves. But they never had trouble with the dwarves. They never had trouble with them. But 90% of the fights with the orcs now from the Empire, they lose. So maybe it's just that the dwarves are the kryptonite to the orcs, but the orcs seem to be able to run roughshod over pretty much everyone else. Well, I imagine they probably don't do as good against like the Blood Knights or something, but even Chaos seems weak now. And also, it said that we were at a disadvantage, so why are we charging? Hey man, oh gosh, look at all those trolls. No, Jesus. Was that really all my... Oh yeah, I guess I did. Hit those fucking archers. Let's stay a little bit back while they throw their orcs block better than dwarves, they tell you. See, now this is another it's a backwards problem. Or well, it's essentially the same problem with the orcs. It's just a different view kind of thing. The dwarves would have lost to the orcs in the auto cal combat. And then, but if the... Yeah, so there's a... It's weird. I think my biggest issue is how the autocalc doesn't match up, like, even close. And how it affects kind of like the overrealm wars with AI, because even though being in that army with them means that they'll win, they will lose the autocalc, which means the orcs who inherently have more and the dwarves who inherently have less, the orcs will win more often than not, unless you're part of the battle. So it's all over the place, honestly. Trade. So let's look at some. Slayer. There's Troll Slayer pants for 400. Hell yeah. Oh wait, there's a Giant Slayer cloth, which is even better, kind of. I mean, it still doesn't. I don't think it really matters, actually. Because I'm going to get hit in the chest most of the time. Oh well. Tracers. Like, your legs almost don't matter. I mean, seriously, where are you going to get hit as a dwarf? Most the head and the chest. Now, do any of these also cover? But this one does. Okay, body armor. Okay. I think I'm going to have to use. Oh god. Oops, I should have put that in the wrong spot. Oh yeah, I gotta be wary of the weight. That's two. I got plenty of extra. You know, we'll get the goggles. Hey guys, you wanna play? I am Superman. Let's go kill some greenskins. Okay, I gotta get rid of the. I guess maybe. That's all right. Need to wait till there's better stuff. Maybe I should just stick with the Troll Slayer. Like I said, I'm not too worried about right here. I'm not too worried about the legs. And I think I like having pants better than just the loincloth, honestly. Plus, I can put some boots on. Alright, ooh, that's one-handed. They're already doing masterwork, and I can't even begin to. I mean, I could spend all my cash on that 108 reach. That's pretty good. Well, that's not too much better though. Swing speed. Yeah, it's. No, this one would be better. Hey, at the very least, I'll get. Crush through. Now, someone was saying that the crush through also has a chance tied to your weapon skill too. What's the damage? It's, let's see, 169 damage, 70 damage. Less reach. Do, do I? Do I? We'll keep it at this for now. A little bit longer, get some more cash. However, I do want to get rid of the fish harpoons. Let's see, 5 versus. Yeah, and get some. That puts a. Oh yeah, and then I got to think about gunnery so I can just get that extra attribute. Okay. Looks like a dork still, kind of, with the goggles. But what am I gonna do? Like, if I use anything else, it's gonna cover my cool hairdo. Until I can get the Slayer specific headgear. Oh, alright, there we go. Tavern. Ooh, do I have parties yet? No, not yet. Once I do, I'll have him out doing his own thing. Because they're surprisingly decent cash. I don't know what changed, but it's like 90% of the time the extra parties were just a drain on your cash. But now, I don't know if it's mod, because of the mod, or if it's a change in vanilla that happened, but I throw them out there. Okie dokie. That was... I expected that from the Slayer King or something, or the Slayer Leader, but you're not a Slayer Leader, you're just... Well... Whatever. It's time to fulfill my oath. Frickin' dogs. Ah. Look, as long as I get some kills in. Ooh, that almost hit a Dawi. Oh, I think I... Actually, there are a lot of goblins. Maybe we are going to lose this fight. I didn't realize it was a goblin army. Thanks for helping the enemy, little bird. Gee whiz. Crawling up my neck at 10. No, still lost. I mean, I guess it's hard to overcome, what, almost 2-to-1 odds, was it? There goes my cash income. Granted, that was some pretty big damage we gave. Party size, personal crafting recovery rate. There you go. Career point, no. Okay, let's go ahead and Just
Yours
immediately.
is not a facing.
Ah, I didn't have a chance to switch my training focus. Mm-hmm. I wonder if the NPC Rune Lord gets any smithing bonuses. Oh. Yeah, I think I will use the Why aren't you guys running at me? Like, normally you guys run straight at me every chance you get. Now, this is why it's dangerous to be a Dawi. Ow. How am I getting hit over here? Yeah, me too. Oh, wait. Ouch. Like, it's kind of ridiculous how crazy the bombs go. Like, because they're not even where close to where the enemy is, and I'm still getting hit with them. Oh my goodness. They're still going with just that one guy. I imagine he's just on a mount running around being like, no, no. You know the guys. They make the match and last far longer than it needs to. There's got to be a troll, right? In more ways than one. There it goes. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's put on athletics for a bit. Ooh, I got a long way. So I think I'm going to turn these guys. So grim. Oh, that's because what shall I call it? So they're not quite ready yet. Because I'm the only one using throwing axes. I need to unlock this one. So basically, I'll turn these into like axe throwing Dawi. Axe throwing slayers. I'm thinking I just, because since this since this mod's more based on prestige and you can't really, actually I don't know. You don't tend to get solid influence to spend until you're part of a kingdom. Which kind of screws over some of these other ones, like if you want to do, oh. I have to think on it, on whether I want to, what I want to change if and how its gear is unlocked and how things are unlocked. If I want to get rid of the influence, because you can't hold influence as a mercenary because it just spends it automatically, and so you can't really do anything about it then. So if you want to improve your retinue and use the stuff for the retinue, you can't do anything that requires the influence, which is all the doctrines and converting stuff. So I'm essentially trying to balance the retinue mod with the old realms to make things kind of accessible but not too easy. I suppose I could just, no, that still wouldn't work either though. I guess I could turn the gold up and turn the influence off. But then at the same time, you get to a point and gold's not even close to an issue, so. Although then again, once you get to that point, you could probably join a kingdom and get that kind of influence. Decisions. I'm gonna get that goblin. Don't throw explosives yet. No, don't move. I need to kind of... Damn it. God damn it. Who threw that? Did you throw that bomb? Don't throw those bombs at me, you little shits. This is another plus about the retinue mod, is you can basically create the Dawi troops without the explosives if you get tired of getting nuked. Ooh. And the other thing is, you can join another. Like if you decide to be a Dawi and join the Empire, you need to stay near Dawi areas to get Dawi, right? You can hire Empire troops, but you'll never be able to get the more advanced ones. And so if you like wipe out all the other Dawi, then you're screwed for good troops. But with the retinue mod, you could create your own sect of Dawi that you can, as long as you have a fief, you could use. So maybe I'll do that. I'll just more or less, except for the house troops, I'll basically just copy the what the Dawi have, so I can always access Dawi from where I am, and maybe I'll go join Altdorf. I guess that would be Reichland, right? Yeah. Granted, you'd still need access to the dwarf areas for Runelord stuff, but that's fine. Oh god. Ow, how did you fucking... Oh, come on. You assholes. I was gonna hit him, but then you moved him. Cost me a skill point. I love the death noises the orcs make. So good. They're so satisfying. More so than anyone else, I think. But I think that's because they use vanilla for all the humans. I think the dwarves sound too human for that to really... For it to be too enjoyable. Alright, so let's see. 5% or 5 experience to infantry in your party for each enemy. That'll be good if I have a group. And 5 experience to melee troops in your party after every battle. But then here's a personal one. 2-handed weapons can knock down. That can knock down. Ignore 30% knockdown resist. That's pretty good if I keep the hammer. But I'm going to move to an axe. So that won't be as... Although I don't know, maybe... Well, I can always change it later if I need to. Now the real question is, will I ever be able to heal up to full? Before we get into a fight again. To the king! To the king! do 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 do. Stupid pop-up getting in my way of my cinematic viewing. The music works so well right now. Come here, orc boy. Oh, you're just gonna let him. Didn't we already know that was Gundabad, I guess? All right, so where was my next point going to go? I don't know how I got 2 points in scouting, but that's fine. The party leader stuff for scouting. I mean, I know how I got the points. I don't know how I got those 2 points. Obviously, I do know how I got those points. What am I talking about? 2 experience for that one, actually. I don't know why I didn't read that one before. All right, so should I do throwing or faith, I suppose. And then maybe eventually gunpowder when I start trying to level that. Oh, I didn't need to. I could have ignored medicine for a while and gotten another point in it. Well, shoot. Ah, that's right. Focus points are many. Oh, plus the 3. No, that's only 6 hit points anyway, so that's not a huge issue. Oh well. We'll go ahead and put a point into throwing. And then there we go. No chewing on me, please. Yeah, we're almost there. I think after this, I'll call it so I can make some dinner. And that's 5 hours of streaming today anyways. It's enough for me. 5 hours of records of me playing games that will probably outlast me. One of the weird reasons I like kind of making, most people are out there trying to make it a career. I'm just doing it because I can, and because there's something I like about the fact that I could make these little streams and videos, and in theory, 100 years from now, they'll still be hidden somewhere on the internet, and someone may be listening to this 100 years into the future, and whoa, that's going to be wild. It's going to be wild when 100 years in the future, computers are still showing videos and stuff. It's going to be kind of like seeing World War I footage, right, to us right now. But it's going to be, everything's going to be so much crisper and cleaner and accurate. And far more recorded too. So people in 100 years are going to have a far better idea of what things were like now in present time than they will than we do now in knowing what it was like in 2000 or 1926. Unless you're my grandfather, but I don't think he remembers too much because he was only 2. No, wait, he was only 1.5, almost 2. Don't shoot me. I don't have a shirt on. You wouldn't shoot a topless man, would you? This is my hiding spot. I'm gonna hide back here more. Yeah, that was a good idea to hide back here more. Look, you guys can take me out, or you can take the siege engines out. You can't do both. Oh god. Oh. You can take me out or the siege engines out. If you don't take the siege engines out, they're gonna get you. So maybe don't aim at me anymore. Oh no, he's aiming at me. Look, it's not that I'm not pursuing death. I just like I need to get a few swings in at least. I don't want to just get hit by siege and die. That's boring. Ugh. There you go. That's a smart thing. You attack the siege and not me. You attack. Oh god, I heard that. Oh boy. No. Well, I mean, at least you guys screwed yourself, because now the ram's coming. You're gonna get rammed. You're gonna get rammed, and then your doors are gonna fall, and then we're gonna swarm in, and we're gonna take your teeth. All because you wanted to aim at me instead of the siege engines. God, you orcs are stupid. Oh, that's right, I'm not here. You can't see me to attack with siege, right? I'm invisible. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, obviously. Where are you guys going? I know you're not retreating. Can't see me. Can't see me. I'm not really here. I'm not really here. Oh, wait a minute. All this time there's been a hole and we're just futzing around? The hell? Ooh, a lot of archers though. Oh, this isn't gonna go well for me. Oh yeah, that was a good shot. All right, you guys go fulfill your oath first. No, let me through. Yes. No, I don't know. What the fuck is going on? Why am I flying? This sucks that I'm barely able to use my ability. This is why I don't. This is why I think it needs to either be. Well, I mean, it'll be better when I get to deal with it charged, but okay. Now I gotta. There we go. I get 10 more seconds. Is there someone up here? Nope, there isn't. Ouch. I'm insulted that a little thing with a tiny... can sit there and block a two-handed swing with a big ol' hammer. I hate that about Bannerlord. There should be a little bit more. I mean, maybe I'm complaining too much, but that could be something that they can't really do because the amount of calculations or whatever. Ooh. Quickly. Come on, quit flinching at this shit. The whole flinching thing is really a pain in the dick. I know it's a perk later on, but... Alright, you annoying little shit. We're gonna make dinner soon. $17, not bad. So far, I don't know. I guess it's really too early to make any sort of judgments on the Slayer. It does kind of feel that I end up getting a little more kills than early on than say the Priest of Sigmar for some reason, which it doesn't make sense that it shouldn't, because, well, because the two-hand is the same. Like, you don't get any special two-handed skills. Maybe there's... Am I missing a perk that... early on perk of that? I guess the 10... maybe that 10% is just enough to make it feel like you actually killing things fairly quickly. So you feel like you're killing things. So it does feel like you kill a little more. You're definitely more squishy, just a little bit, but you don't really have your ability feels lackluster early on. Not as bad as the Rune Lord. The Rune Lord early on is worthless. Because their ability doesn't work without the anvil, and you have to complete the first you got to complete the first quest to unlock the anvil. So it's kind of, for the most, and I think this is mostly true even without me going further into the Slayer, is that the problem with the Dawi in this mod is that the abilities don't really feel, well, early on the abilities don't really feel worth it at all. They're kind of empty. They're and I'll flat out say the Ironbreaker ability just, it doesn't feel like it's doing anything ever. I'm sure it is kind of for some of it, but as far as yourself, it doesn't feel like it. I don't see, when I use it on my Ironbreaker, it doesn't seem like there's any sort of significant damage blocking, and it might be because just inherently with the Dawi armor and stuff, you're already blocking so much you're not going to notice it, but that itself is kind of a problem with an ability. If it doesn't feel like it's doing much, people don't enjoy it. The Rune Lord, of course, until you finish that first quest, it does nothing, so it's kind of worthless. Once you get the anvil, it's a little bit better, but the anvil anchors you down to that space, so it's kind of very limited use. As far as their prayer, I guess they would be prayers and not spells. I guess they'd be runes. They'd be different. And then so far on the Slayer here, the initial use of the ability is hampered by the fact that not only you got the 60-second cooldown, but then you also got to charge it up, and then so trying to be able to use it in the right spot seems kind of iffy. I'd say it's a little bit better than the other two in that regards, but compared to like the Magister or the Priest of Sigmar or some of the Necromancer, they just feel kind of lackluster. Like they should be passives more than anything, which wouldn't be as fun for abilities, but if they were just passives, at least people would go in understanding that they're passives and wouldn't expect the abilities to do much. Because there wouldn't be an abilities, it'd just be a passive. So yeah, if you're starting up with the old realms, actually, if it's your first start, you might as well start with a Dawi, because it'll still be a step above like vanilla Bannerlord, but then move on to some of the casters and the humans and the vampires, because I think it might be a little bit tough, especially if you like using the use of the abilities and stuff, to go back to the Dawi when the other abilities feel so much more visceral. So anyways, it is dinner time for me. Time to go cook I think we'll do some soy garlic pepper steak or something like that. Well, not real steak, but beef and on top of over rice. Sounds pretty good. Right, little bird? You don't get the steak, but you get some rice. So I'll continue playing this a little bit like I normally do and see how I feel about it later, and then who knows where I'll be next. Maybe I'll be done with Bannerlord for a bit. I know I'm everywhere. Every time I start something new pops up. So, off to eat.